Hey there, everybody. It's Mind. Gonna bring you another StarCraft 2 replay. This game will be between Inzaneone. He will be the red Terran spawning here on the left side of the map, about middle left. And it will be against me, Mind. The blues are here in the top right-ish area. The match will be going down on Shattered Temple. In case you guys aren't familiar with this map, it's just kind of like Lost Temple, except instead of there being a cliff here and this being an island, instead they've done a pathway with destructible rocks up to this kind of islandish kind of deal. A little easier for Zergs to deal with the Terran play with those siege tanks, but it does lend itself for some of the Terrans' pesky play in that they like to bunker rush you. Won't be seeing any of that in this game. Actually going to be showing you a little bit different play this game. Kind of wanted to show you guys how to deal with some of the pressures that Terran like to put on Zerg players early in the game. We have a barracks going down for Inzaneone. My drone going out to scout now. Going to be scouting the wrong position. This is not a tournament map, so it is a possibility to spawn here. So I am checking those close positions right now. And the Terran player Inzaneone going to be able to poke down here and see me. Will spot that hatch as he goes up the ramp. So he knows he's dealing with a fast hatch build here. I'm going to go up here, and if he was scouting around, he would see no pool. Oh, he blocked the pool for a minute. And maybe we'll get that pool down, though. The SCV going to be scouting around. We do have the orbital command on the way for Inzaneone. Typical timing here, about 16 supply for that to be going down. No add-on for the barracks just now. Going to be able to make a marine out of there instead. This SCV going to try and plant down a building. Drone going to take on the marine. Not the best matchup for a Zerg player. You're going to want a little better than a drone to take out that marine. However, it does kill 15 of that first marine's HP. If you were going to rush with that, that would help quite a bit. This supply depot is going to go ahead and block off Inzaneone totally. Won't be able to get up into his base to scout until later with either an Overlord or an Overseer and a Changeling. This fast hatchery is going to be popping up here real quick. Do you have a spine crawler going up on the high ground? Like I said, as a Zerg player, I see a lot of bunker rushes from Zerg players, or from Terran players that I play against. I really don't like to deal with that. So until I can get a scout off to see what's coming my way, or until that mark where I don't have to worry anymore about a bunker rush because I have the units, I like to throw down a few spine crawlers, because I have one in the main, two in the natural, just to deny any bunker play here. Because as you guys know, or if you don't know, spine crawlers and bunkers have the same range, and if you can get the spine crawler on the diagonal with the bunker, they actually can kill the bunker without the bunker being able to reach it. We do have a bunch of marines being built here by Inzaneone. Looks like we're going to be going the Destiny Cloudfish build, or at least the factory, and the starport is on the way as well. So it will be a complete Destiny Cloudfish build out of Inzaneone. Supplies even right now, both of us actually were supply capped for a moment, and we both had our supply depot Overlord spawn. We do see a Hellion out of Inzaneone. Going to be able to put on some pressure with that. No add-ons for any of these buildings just yet. Interesting play out of a Terran player. Usually you'll see those add-ons pretty quick, as they are quite necessary. Another Hellion being produced in the tech lab going down on that starport. Going to be seeing some Banshees out of Inzaneone. We'll have to see how I react, as I do have 3 spine crawlers, no lair tech, no evolution chamber, just a spawning bull for now. It looks though, oh yeah, this is the game where I'm going this Benishi Well style build, so I do have a lot of drones and these 3 spine crawlers. Going to be going for an extra queen here in the natural. I would like to see myself get another queen up here and bring this queen down, but you know, I'm just a platinum player, high platinum player, not all that great. I'm good enough, but definitely not the best. We have 2 Hellions, and it looks like 7 Marines going to go ahead and push their way across the map. I do spot this with the Zerglings, so I do know the Hellions are coming. Going to be able to go ahead and get these Queens in position. With the 3 Spine Crawlers and both those Queens, I do think that I'll be able to take care of the Hellions at least. The Marines maybe be a little more difficult to deal with, but if he engages this directly, I'm afraid he will lose this early push army. Does have a Banshee on the way with cloaking on the way as well. Another Hellion and a Marine in production. I do have 3 extractors down. As you can see, I just hit my 40 supply mark. So I'll put down a couple Zerglings, all 4 extractors, and I'm just waiting for this push to come. What I do not know is that Banshee is on its way. I have nothing to deal with this Banshee, as I'm putting down a Spine Crawler instead of a Spore. Do not have Lair Tech or an Evolution Chamber. This could be awful. But he decides not to attack for a minute, as he is waiting for that cloak. A second Banshee is on its way over. Would be a good idea to go ahead and attack now. The longer he waits, the more I will be teching up, and that will mean Evolution Chambers and or Lair going down. Best to get this Banshee coming pretty quick. If I would have been watching the mini-map, I would have seen it with my Overlord, but I don't think I do. I do see this factory with a starport. If I'm paying attention, I would be able to see his Banshees, but it doesn't matter. I can see the Banshee already in my base harassing my Queen, and this will hurt. I will not be able to spawn larvae on my hatchery, except for this last time. If I'm even on top of it, there we go. He does take out the Queen with the utmost energy. Good call there. I do have my Evolution Chamber on the way. 9 Roaches on the way. Roaches. That was before I knew about his Banshees. He's going to go ahead and take out that Queen. I do have Roaches on the way. Not really going to do much against these Banshees. I believe my Evolution Chamber is just about up, taking a lot of damage here, but it looks like I'm going for the counterattack with all these Roaches and these Lings. Going to go ahead and be able to take care of these Hellions and Marines with these Roaches and Lings. Pretty good micro there by him. Does have these Banshees just continuously harassing my expansion, as that will hurt really badly. I do go ahead and put 3 Spores down, but 2 Banshees could easily target down all 3 of these Spores if he was on top of his micro. Looks like he will be able to take this one out. Don't get a cancel on that. But while he is attacking my expansion, I am putting Spores up here, and I believe I have Spores up in the main as well, and I will be countering with these Zerglings and Roaches, as that is a lot of Roaches. And what does he have to defend against it? 4 Hellions with, do they have the Blue Flame upgrade? No, there's no Tech Lab on that. And this will be actually quite difficult for him to hold off. These are a lot of Roaches coming up his front door. He is killing my main, but I do have this Spore Collar that is finishing. Should be able to take care of that Banshee, and the attack will commence up his ramp. He does not bring his 4 Hellions over. Really could get a lot of good attacks with those Hellions, especially if they are Blue Flame. We do have the 1 Banshee dealing a lot of damage to those Roaches. They're undefended against the air. Going to go ahead and move in here, kill that Hellion. I'm going to move over to the Hellions to go ahead and do some damage. Want to get that good surround on the Hellions so they're not able to do so much damage to the Roach as they do attack in that straight line. We do have a Hellion on the low ground, 2 on the high ground, 1 Banshee just taking pot shots at these Roaches. I do decide to go over here and try to take care of these SCVs. I do believe he's pulled the Banshee out of my base. There is no Banshee in my base, and these Roaches are doing so much damage. Probably took out, let's see, how many workers have been killed? It's Control R. Looks like I have killed 14, he's killed 12, so actually quite similar damage being done. These Roaches are here killing the add-ons, as that is very difficult to deal with. I was able to snipe this SCV that was working on this factory as well, so he's not going to be getting Siege Tech out very quickly, which is what he needs against these Roaches. All these SCVs are undefended as they are trying to repair each other while these Roaches are attacking them. The Banshees are going to town on the Roaches, though. It's only a matter of time until these Roaches will be gone. All the while, he has been building a Siege Tank. Does not have Siege Tank on the way. Maybe be able to get the Siege Tank. Probably not with those Banshees and the Siege Tank. Going to go ahead and be attacking those Roaches. We'll get that Siege Tank repaired, I would assume, as these SCVs are on auto repair, but are electing not to repair that Siege Tank. Interesting. And I have gone ahead and gotten some Lair Tech. A bunch of Spores going on, as I am wanting to repel those Banshees and be able to mass up a big enough army that I'm going to be able to kill him. As you can see, the supplies are heavily favoring me, and for 13 minutes into the game, you can tell this has been a very micro-intensive game. A lot of units have been lost. Only 46 supply to 29. He does have 3 Banshees on the field, which is going to be very difficult for me to deal with. We'll have to get either some Hydras or Mutas on the field, which will allow him enough time that he's going to be able to get his tech labs up, hopefully get that siege mode researching so that he can get those siege tanks to be able to do some damage. Doesn't look like he has quite enough. Yes, he does have enough money for the siege tech, but is electing not to go for it. Just threw down 5 mules. His income's got to be through the roof. 1,400 minerals per minute. That is insane. Still has the single siege tank with another siege tank on the way. No siege tech. Just 3 siege tanks on the way. Another marine. I do have 9 roaches on the way with that +1 range upgrade. 10 roaches now. That is a lot of roaches. I do have these 3 spine crawlers as a defense. He's going to be able to go ahead and lift off that orbital command. Try to get some SCVs, maybe even some mules called down in this expansion. Wow, queues up 5 SCVs there. Not sure if I like that much of a queue up. Maybe 3. As you should be able to click on this orbital command sometime in the next 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Still no siege tech going on. I'm not sure why. Maybe he thinks he already has it. Maybe he thinks he doesn't need it. We do see the roaches making their way across the map. A lot of roaches, and then continuing to stream over here. Not very sure if he's gonna be able to deal with this, as he does not have siege tech. Banshees are gonna be able to go to town, but roaches in this much number will last a good solid 30 or 45 seconds. Should be able to do a lot of damage. I like to go up the ramp, as I probably should have gone and killed these SCVs and the orbital command if I could have, if it was still on the ground. We have the 1 siege tank up here on the high ground, around the corner from this barracks. Going to be able to go ahead and take that out. Trying to do some damage with these roaches coming in here. I do have the spire on the way, as well as upgrades, roach speed, and the attack upgrade for these roaches. Going to go ahead and take out these tech labs, as I do not want the siege tanks to be able to be built or the siege tech to finish. The Banshees will be able to clean these roaches up, but the roaches should be able to get a couple SCV kills before that happens. They are going for the tank right now. Maybe be able to take out this tank. Yes, gets the tank. So those roaches were pretty cost effective, killing a lot of units here. Go ahead and harass this orbital command. Should get a couple SCV kills before these are taken out by the Banshees. Banshees at full energy, as they have not had to use the cloak. Was not able to save any of this SCVs. We do have 1 more siege tank down here, but oh, look at the production tab. We have 14 mutas being morphed in here. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to deal with this. He doesn't have any marines, just 3 banshees and a tank. Oh. 5 units, and 4 of them can not even attack air. Not sure what he's going to have in response here. He does have the tech labs down on the factories, that siege tech being researched right now, but these 14 mutas are going to be awful. He's not going to have anything to be able to take this out. The mutas look to be flying right toward that tech lab that's researching. We'll be able to take that out before the siege tech researches. And they're just going to be lit. Oh, wow. And he leaves the game. Interesting game there, as you guys saw. Was able to repel his initial attack and then capitalize on where his weakness was. I hope you guys enjoyed that. See you on the next one.